Welcome to the Trailblazers podcast, a space where we bring you real stories of people who are not just following a path, but creating their own and inspiring others to have the courage to do the same. In this upcoming episode, I had a truly meaningful conversation with Satish Kolla. He's an Agile coach, a career coach, and a leadership coach. He's also an ICF certified, professional certified coach, PCC. He's a passionate community builder. With over 2 decades of experience in IT, from leading projects to transforming lives through coaching and mentoring, his journey is a powerful reminder that growth is always possible. What really stayed with me from this conversation is this: clarity creates confidence. And when you begin to invest in people, not just processes, you don't just build teams, you build leaders. From mentoring hundreds of professionals to building a strong community that supports thousands of freshers, his work is creating real impact every single day. This conversation is honest, insightful, and deeply relatable. If you're someone navigating your career, stepping into leadership, or simply looking for that one shift in mindset, you don't want to miss this one. It's coming soon on the Trailblazers podcast. Thank you.
Yeah.
Right. So, Satish, the first question that comes to me is whenever I see you, you appear so calm and quiet. But I don't know how you get the time and the inspiration, because the if I checked your social media, there'll be like thousands of followers, and then I'm sure on your WhatsApp group there are like more than 20,000. Are there more than 20,000? I'm sure, like, followers on your WhatsApp group. And then,
25,000.
oh my God, like, I really need to learn the secrets of how you create your sales funnels and all of that. So before we get there, so let's start from the beginning. Okay. So I know that you have worn many hats over the last 20 plus years in IT. So from a delivery leader, and you're a co-founder of your group, you're an ICF PCC coach, you're a speaker, and you're a community builder, really. So how do you introduce yourself to somebody new?
If I have to introduce myself, I will introduce myself as like a continuous learner.
Hmm.
The way things are changing now with AI, every day is a new learning. Even before AI, right? So 6 years back, March 2020, we all stuck with COVID. Until then, I used to go to office every day, mandatory work from office from the desktop, not even the laptop. Right. So within one day, the announcement came that we have to work from home. We started changing the process, policies, guidelines, approvals, everything. Even before that, I started my career into as a QA analyst, then moved into this agile. Even before that, I learned Java as a fresher. So from day one or even before, like I'm like learning everything. Every day, every moment is like a learning for me. There is no end. Sometimes we feel that, okay, I'm done with my school, I'm done with my college, I'm done with my academics, I got a job, I can relax. Maybe, but not at this moment, not in the current context. The way things are changing. In the agile, we call it as VUCA world, right? Volatile, uncertain, and everything. But now that is much more volatile. And we are not limited to our own job, our own role, our own skill set. As a leader, we are inspiring, we are leading, we are guiding, we are mentoring, we are doing a lot of things. As you mentioned, I wear different hats. Yes, we have to. If we have to wear the different hats, we need to learn, we need to know when to wear which hat or when to switch or how to toggle. And that is one of the point you mentioned as part of my introduction. I get the same question every time. How do you manage? How do you balance the time? My frank answer, I don't know. I just go with the flow. And in one of the conversation, one fellow member asked me, "Hey Satish, you run?" I mentioned, "Yes, I ran a lot from meeting to meeting, from community to community." So that's what the things are happening. So now I'm having conversation with you. So the next moment I will be in some other discussion, some other conversation. So Another word, if I have to say, I'm like maybe like a machine, totally shutting down the current conversation and jumping into the next conversation. But the next moment, if I have to resume the conversation, yes, I'll be back there. So that like it's not like taking time to go through it. I don't know. Maybe I'm like a machine or something, but that's how things are working. Yes, and touch wood, it is working really well for me.
Yeah, I think there is a lot that I could, you know, decipher from what you just said. It's interesting, and it reminds me about a key competency being a coach, how you disconnect and then you connect
Exactly.
without getting the attachment, right, from every conversation. I think you are like really embodying that competency, and I can see why you're so successful being a career coach, right? Satish, looking back at your journey, what really inspired you to take on coaching as a full-time thing?
Uh, During COVID, again, I'm going back to the COVID conversation. During COVID, like I was, by that time, I was already 15 plus years of experience as a test lead, manager, delivery manager, RT, coach, different roles by that time. So I started exploring what's next, what's beyond IT. Why do we need to limit ourselves only to IT? Because during COVID, we all got a lot of insights in different perspectives. How the social media is evolving, like the Instagram, the Reels, or how different folks are bringing up their personal life into exploring or expanding or showcasing the things. So even I started exploring what's next, what I should focus on to move ahead in my career, in my path. That's where in one of my conversation, I started realizing that there are multiple things which we can do beyond IT. Why do we need to limit only to IT? And if we talk about IT, each and everything is IT now, right? The Ola, Uber, the Zomato, Swiggy, or the Zio Hotstar. Yesterday, the World Cup match, you're talking about like how many million viewers are watching that in parallel, and still the Hotstar is able to handle that. For us, it is like an entertainment channel, but a lot of hardware things, a lot of IT technology, everything goes into that. So that's where I started exploring what's beyond IT. And I had conversation with different folks. I got different perspectives, different concepts. One is product management, which I'm exploring. The second thing is the coaching. To start with product management, the Hotstar or the Ola, Uber, Swiggy, Zomato, the examples I mentioned, all of them are different products, which we as an individual might have not thought about it. Right? So most of them started in India. Right? So if we take from our day-to-day challenges, day-to-day perspectives, or the Riverside app, which we are using now, it is not there before COVID. So based upon the need, understanding, and the challenge which we are going through, if we can start analyzing, assessing, and see how we can start building a product or solving the day-to-day challenge, that itself could be a product. So that is what I started exploring, and I did a course through Lucknow, Design Thinking and Innovation Management. In parallel, I started exploring the coaching also. Until then, I was a coach. When I say the coach, Agile Coach. So my focus is only on Scrum, Kanban, Agile, Safe, all typical process-related perspective. So I was in an assumption, I'm already a coach. Why do you need to go for another coaching course? Is it like equivalent thing? But after having a couple of conversations with my mentor, Tanmay, he made me clarify what I am doing as an agile coach is not a coaching. Instead, it is a consulting or maybe a training or mentoring. But I'm not a coach. That moment struck me like anything, like a lightning thunder. Yes. Am I fooling myself calling as a coach? Of course, the role or the designation from the company is Agile Coach, but am I really playing the role of a coach? If not, what is that I have to bridge the gap to call myself as a coach proudly, just not as a designation or not as a role? So it took me almost 6 months of time to analyze, understand, go through. Will it suit me? Am I a fit for that? Even to start the journey, because I'm working full time at that point, even now, right? So can I go through the journey? Can I be successful in that? What is it the time and effort required from my side to go through that end-to-end process? I took 6 months of time to analyze, to understand, and to figure out. Then I started exploring which shoots can be helpful based on my schedule, because I have a lot of commitments, a lot of things which I'm working in parallel. So I don't want to disturb that. I don't want to break that. So luckily, I found that one institute which helped me find a session on a Saturday, which is suiting my current schedule at that point of time. And I jumped directly into ICF PCC. When I say PCC, I finished the ACC requirements, the validations, recordings, everything. Then I continued the PCC journey without giving the exam for ACC. So that overall process took 1.5 years. 2022 Jan is when I started. 2023 July is when I gave the exam of ICF PCC. And this July I have to renew it. So 3 years successful coach after clearing the exam. And yes, still I say that yes, I'm proud now to call myself as a coach.
So, from being just an agile coach, you have become an internationally certified, professional certified coach, not just in agile, but in a lot of different areas. I can see that. And I think I already shared with you, this is a true story, how I heard your name.
Mhm.
While I was preparing for my ICF PCC exam, I was looking through all kinds of available resources on YouTube, and I came across this interesting video, and it's posted by you. And I think I shared with you, right, in our first meeting.
Yes. Hmm. Hmm.
So I was looking through all the resources and I saw this very interesting short video, very apt, very crisp in terms of how you literally, put together the important tips or, the suggestions or the resources that need to be focused on to prepare for the exam. And I really appreciated that. And it was my surprise when I saw you at an ICF chapter meeting. And then I came and I introduced myself like, hey, I know you already. So you're the Satish who posted that. So I can really kind of relate how well you do your homework in terms of providing support to your team members. So no wonder you have so many followers on all your platforms. I can completely relate that. So going further, Satish, I really want to understand. Yes, coming from the IT, I know you traveled across the globe. You lived in the US also, I think you mentioned,
Hmm.
uh, right? And then you returned to India.
Hmm.
Um, so beyond all this, like, was there any moment where you felt, okay, beyond IT, as you said, you already started exploring and you started putting investment in terms of studying, getting credentials or degrees or whatever it is. Uh, was there any kind of like defining moment? You know me, I mean, like I'm looking for stories which relate to like movie style, like a spark that goes up, or thunderbolt moment or something like that. Did anything like that happen to you?
Yes, one of the moment you already shared, right? Like, it's not like me just completing the PCC credentials. Like, I was like figuring out like what is that how I can contribute back. I'm not part of any of the training shoot, or I don't want to publish as a course or anything. So I thought multiple times how to post that, share my experience. So I created that bite-sized videos. I guess only the credential one is what a little bit big compared to everything else. Right? So couple of weeks ago, again the similar experience I received. Like one of the peer coach, she reached out in 2024 that she wanted to have a coaching conversation with me. So we had that conversation. I shared my experience, how I prepared, and all that things. In February 2026, she came back stating that Satish, your video helped me to clear the exam.
Yeah.
And she posted on LinkedIn, YouTube, WhatsApp, all the social media platforms. Like I was like, I guess it is just before PSS or after PSS. It happened around the same time, right? So I was like, she's not even in touch with me for 2 years. But again, she came back and there's no need for her to do that. Yes, it might be helpful, like maybe as a token of appreciation or gesture, she want to do that. But she posted all, she messaged me one-on-one. I was like, I was really happy that she cleared the exam. And I was like, yes, congratulations for your journey and everything. But then I started like, she's tagging me and she's posting in all the social media platforms. Yeah. All these things, what's the other aspect, coming back to your question, what's happening is like, there are multiple associations reaching out to me that we nominated you for this award, coaching award. I was like, I never filled a form. I never submitted my nomination. On what basis you're doing? So the response I'm getting is like, we are observing your LinkedIn, YouTube, all the social media, and the way you help not just as a coach, but as a mentor to help multiple people achieving that credentials. That is one of the criteria they are considering. So that is like, okay, yes, it's like a butterfly effect. I did something without expecting any result or anything, but it is turning into something else. And it is like giving back moment. And yes, that spark, like first 1-2 hours, I got confused, like on what basis they are receiving. And then recently I took that courage, I took that moment, hey, can you explain? Can you elaborate a bit more? What's the filtering criteria?
Yeah.
Then I realized, okay, yes, this is the background. This is what happened, which built across the years.
That's that's so awesome. I mean, when you are selflessly giving, so you're basically planting a lot of seeds
Mm.
in the open universe, and somebody was getting the fruits out of it. And then now I think the time has come, my friend, to reap those reap those things and do more to get more. So it's simply brilliant of what you just said. And I just want to add that it's not just the awards that you're getting, but your name is on Times Square, my friend. And I was like so damn proud when I saw that post. And tell me about the story behind it.
Yes. So coming to the Times Square, yes, that is again another surprising moment or shocking moment for me. And
Yeah.
my entire coaching journey, if I have to thank, I need to thank my mentor. Of course, my training institute, the trainers, the coaches, everyone who helped along with that. The mentor who helped me realize my ICF as an aspiration, as a goal. Then TopMate. Before TopMate, I used to use a different tool for scheduling the conversations and everything. But I felt there is some gap.
Okay.
I'm having the conversation. It is getting recorded. I mean, recorded in the sense it is going into my coaching log. What's next? If I have to showcase myself as a coach, how can I showcase that I did these many coaching sessions and these are feedback, these are testimonials, these are recommendations I'm receiving. That the same moment in 2023, TopMate launched, and I'm one of the early adopter of TopMate.
Okay.
So that's how again TopMate helped me throughout my journey of coaching, even before I completed my credentials. So TopMate as a platform, they did a lot of research analysis. A lot of folks are using TopMate. The way I'm using it is like I still encourage, if in case someone want to get started without building any website or anything, TopMate is like excellent platform.
Okay.
So they won't charge anything until unless we get paid for any session. So
Okay.
as long as we are using it, we can use it as free of source. Once we get paid for any coaching session or any webinar, then they will deduct the commission. So that is now they even brought in the AI. So within 5 minutes, we can have a beautiful website launch. Yesterday, I was
Interesting.
exploring that. I'm ready to launch my TopMate website. Again, I might go on Times Square for that.
Yeah.
So what TopMate is doing is like, again, they are also doing in the back end the research of analytics and everything. How many sessions are scheduling? How's the ratings coming up? What's the feedback and the
Right.
testimonials? There are many folks who are using TopMate where their number of booking in the number of sessions are more, maybe 10, 15, 20, 30 times more than my number of sessions, but the ratings and the testimonials are very, very, very different. Even
Interesting.
it's like quality coming up, not the quantity.
Right. Right. Right.
Right. So the number of sessions, the ratings, the feedback, testimonials, everything clubbed together, my rating or the weightage is going more compared to the others.
Okay. Interesting.
So that is one of the reason, like they're identifying folks from different categories. So my category is like career coaching. So
Okay.
for 2025, I am the top 20 out of 25 career coaches who are using TopMate as a platform.
Wow. That's so brilliant.
So like that, they have different ways to recognize folks. Once, I guess in 2024, they had some annual event in Bangalore. They
Hmm.
recognized few folks who are in top 10 across different categories.
Hmm.
Now they want to take it to global level. See, event happening in Bangalore is like maybe they might be getting only limited publicity,
Right.
but going to Times Square and showcasing it is indirectly giving a publicity for Top Meta as a product also, because they are a worldwide product, not just limited to India. So
Right.
TopMate, they are also focusing on how they can market their product versus how they can acknowledge the folks who are making use of their platform.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
So
so
that
cool.
is one of the way how I'm there from the beta version of TopMate, the 3 years, the way they are evolving as a tool, as a product, it is really amazing.
Hmm.
So every time
Interesting.
I say the same to TopMate team is,
Yeah.
you played a major role in my coaching journey.
Yes. And this is a quick testimonial.
Okay.
We can give a clip out of this podcast and they can put it on their TopMate advertising council. So amazing work. And the way you mentioned about it, it's not just about the volumes of coaching sessions that you have done, but also the quality. That is most important. And I'm pretty sure whoever was on the receiving end got a lot of quality coaching and tips, which must have helped them tremendously. And that's the reason why you're on Times Square. That is fundamental. Apart from their features and all of the functionalities that TopMate has done. But the truth of the matter is that you have exemplified yourself being the true coach in a selfless way, who have coached all these individuals. So amazing work and a big kudos to you. You really deserve all the appreciation. And recently, I also was looking at your post. You received recognition from the Business Agility Wizard Award or something, right?
Mhm.
So that's coming from the Influential Coaching Association or something like that.
Mhm.
Can you talk a little bit about it?
Yes. So there were like three, four different awards. Don't ask me which institute gave me. I have the list.
Okay.
So the first award is like Business Agility Wizard Award. That is from as part of RSG Pune, Regional Scrum Gathering Pune. So they every year they recognize the coaching or what are the hard work or the smart work the companies or the associates do within the companies. So that is one thing. I'm associated with them as a volunteer,
Okay.
but I had that hesitation. I because my company or my client, my stakeholders, they don't want to publish any case studies outside
Right.
because of the confidentiality factor. So if in case people like me who have such NDAs or the agreements or the issues, how can we showcase ourselves?
Hmm.
That's where I raise this point, and they mentioned you can share all any testimonials or any feedback, any recommendations, anything. It could be any form. Need not be all the official case study.
Right.
That's when again going back, the top mate helped me.
Okay.
All the testimonials, all the feedback, all the ratings I received, I prepared as a case study
Okay.
and I published to them. So that's where they and that award it is like again a surprise for me because every time they announce 3 awards. So I was there in the conference as a volunteer, as a member. So they announced 3 awards. I was like, okay, yes, maybe I might have not got it. That's fine. Whoever is capable, whoever is worth, they got the appreciation because all the three who won that award that year, yes, they really deserve that award. Then they made it that special announcement. We are having an additional award this year, and this is not the organizational category, but this is the individual category. So that's where, like again, it is like whatever we give, selfless, it
Yeah.
comes back, and it that is one of the first award which I received from the professional coaching perspective, and it is continuing, like never-ending, ever-going process.
Right. Right. So I know we spoke a lot about coaching. Let me switch gears. Let's
Mhm,
talk about speaking. What's
mhm.
happening in the speaker's world? So I know
Yes.
you're now a very active member of PSAI, and not only a member, but you're also the chapter president for Hyderabad. And I know we interacted several times. Most of the meetings and the events that we took part together, there's always this energy that goes in a very calm sense and all of that. So, what is ahead of you? What are your plans in terms of where you're heading in terms of speaking world?
PSA is another hat. Yes, now we switch the hats from coaching to speaking. Yes, so PSAI, I got introduced to PSAI in 2023. So before that, I used to do a lot of speaking as a trainer,
Hmm.
then as a facilitator, as a moderator, as a panelist
Mhm.
within the IT sessions. Even that RSG Pune I mentioned, right? So I'm part of different agile events as a speaker, as a participant, as a mentor, as a facilitator, as a different roles, reviewer. Even I do the review of the sessions, right? So I do a lot of things. And in 2023, I got to know about PSAI. When I got to know about it, I was like, do we have something like that? We speak on a regular basis. Why do you need to have that tag of professional speaking? What's the difference? Again, is it another community or another association? Do I need to even go through that? Then I had conversation with a couple of folks who are part of PSA at that point of time, and I
Mhm.
had conversation with Esther, Santosh, and a couple of other folks. They helped me get a clarity on what PSA is about, what is it, the difference, and at the same time, as I was mentioning, I was exploring outside IT,
Correct.
right? So product management and coaching, I already explored, and then I got to know about PSCI. So I was like, okay, let me give it a try.
Yeah.
Let me see how I can leverage or how I can learn, how I can make use of that as a community. So I started exploring. So the whole first year, March 2023 is when I enrolled. Till Feb 2024, I was one of the silent member. None of the folks know that I'm there because I was never active. I was never attended any session because of my other schedules. I never attended even as a participant. But then February 2024, the first professional speaker summit when I attended in Delhi, that's again a life-changing moment. So in the WhatsApp group, the PSS delegates group, as you know, as you part of PSS delegates group, so we get that request like whoever is interested to be a interview the book publisher, book author, nominate your name.
Mhm.
I just read the post and I said, okay, anyways, I'm not doing anything. Let me nominate myself. So I'm nominated. After a couple of days, I got another thing. I thought it's the same. Without even reading the post, I nominated again myself.
Mm.
So what happened is like I was one of the only member again in 1 year. I did that 2 interviews. One is the interview of author Srinivas Ramprasad. Then another is the interview of Radhika Bali.
Okay.
So two different interviews. So I was like, okay, yes, the PSA at least gave me that opportunity. Within that 1 year, I was able to make something
Yeah.
out of me. Then everyone started, oh, okay, yes, you're Satish from Hyderabad. You're Satish from Hyderabad. So, and that year, I'm the only one from Hyderabad attended that session.
Right.
Santosh couldn't attend, and others also couldn't attend for other personal reasons. So I was the only one from Hyderabad. Oh, you're from Hyderabad. You're from PSA Hyderabad. Okay, yes. That started bringing it a difference. That okay, the once a silent member now turned an active member all of a sudden overnight. then then we made a lot of connects. We know PSS how it will be like a lot of
Yeah.
personal networking, interactions. Everyone started that I'm from Bangalore chapter, Chennai chapter, Mumbai. Of course, obviously the Delhi being the host, like I got to know a lot of friends, well-wishers, mentors, guides, everyone within the PSS or PSA. Then I got that membership opportunity from Santosh for 2024 and 2025. Now, I mean, that's a journey within PSA, but outside PSA, what's happening or what happened is like before PSA, I used to apply that I want to be a speaker.
Okay.
This is my topic or this is my area of interest. I want to be a panelist.
Mm.
And typically you go through the review process or they might sometimes they will come back and say, yes, we already have other speakers, so you're not shortlisted, different process. Now it's a flip side.
Yeah.
The organizers, they are reaching out, Satish, are you available for this session? We want to have you as a speaker for one of our topic. This is our thing. Still, it is happening within the IT sector where I'm still working as a full-time associate. So the within this 2-3 years of journey of PSAI, that changed a lot. From the place where I used to apply, I used to reach out to the organizers. Now they are reaching out, they are approaching, stating that, do you want to be a speaker?
Right.
Still, there are many international organizations where even I have to apply. Yes, there is there, but still, at least any event happening within Hyderabad or within the Agile or within IT, I'm the first person to get involved.
That's so cool.
So that changed a lot. And recently, one of the association whom I'm associated with 5 years, past 5-6 years, they mentioned, Satish, what is it you're going through? 3 years before versus now, there is a lot of change in the way you present, you way
Mm.
speak, you way you engage the participants, you way you interact, you way you project yourself. I mentioned one simple thing, PSI. We are not just learning to speak, we are learning to present, we are learning to engage, we are learning to interact, we are learning even from different speakers, how they are doing it, how they are bringing up the pointers, all these things as a continuous learning.
So true. So
Yes.
yeah, and I echo that what you said. I still remember one day I left a message um, after seeing your post that I'm attending the PSS 2025 Mumbai. think I had it in my mind for 2 years before that, and I couldn't join because of the schedule conflicts. And when I saw your post, like, "Hey Satish, do you have 2 minutes? I need to talk to you whenever you're free." And you immediately called me. I still remember having a conversation when I was at another event. And then, so what I notice out of you is like, you don't hesitate in feeding forward, in
Mhm.
carrying the message forward. If it is helping some other person, you do it so selflessly. And I really respect that quality. And I think that is one key thing that is creating this momentum for you. And I wish you so very best for that. And
Thanks for that.
quickly switching gears again. I know, I know you'll be like surprised because you gave me this book. So, well, can I say the next hat will be also in writing? And I did read your story that you have published as part of this co-authoring thing that you've done for this
Hmm.
book.
Hmm.
For the audience who haven't read it, this is been done. This was done by a lot of speakers and authors, part of the PSAI. I'm guessing, right? Everybody
Yes.
is part of PSAI, right? Yeah,
Almost everyone are part
almost
of PSA. Yes.
everybody. Yeah, so amazing collection of stories, very heartfelt, very authentic stories. So I know, but I don't want to, announce it here. But maybe one day there is another hat that we're going to talk about in our next episode. I'll leave it there.
So I
Before, yeah, go.
I took one photo at PSS 2026 with Praveen Shekhar and with Manju Manohar.
Uh-huh.
I thought of posting that on LinkedIn, but I
Ah,
kept it on hold
I kept it on hold.
with the caption something cooking strike
Ah,
off booking.
ah, nice. Like that. Like
Yes.
that. See,
So PSS
I also
2027.
Yeah,
Yes.
I also revealed something. So something is booking. So let's see. Uh, Before we close today's session, there is a surprise round. Maybe you're not expecting that. So I do have few questions, and let's make it like a little rapid fire kind of a style. Um, so if you're not coaching, or if you're not speaking, or if you're not training, and if you're not working at your regular office, what would Satish be doing? And I'm wondering, this is an honest question I really wanted to ask.
Mhm. I'll be traveling.
You'll be traveling. Okay, nice. So you love to travel?
Yes. Travel and music. These two are the things I do, both
Oh
together.
yeah, you did mention about the music part. Like, yeah, I you did mention about the music part. So tell me about the music part.
When I'm driving, I need to have that headset, or especially when I'm driving, yes, the music, some more
Yeah,
other music for sure, it will be there.
yeah.
And while I was in US, some duration I had to travel all by myself.
Mm,
If
okay.
so, that's where I started that music as a company. So yes, have that playlist. Again, no specific genre or anything.
Right,
Yes,
right, right.
something should be playing in the back end. I will travel or I will drive for whatever the distance, whatever the location it is.
Nice. So
And
looks like solitude music has also kind of like built that calming nature you have.
yes, and now that gear is switching, I'm listening to the podcasts when I'm
Mm,
driving.
okay,
Again, when I'm driving alone. If I
right.
have a company, yes, that differs. But when I'm driving alone, I will be listening to the podcasts, or I will be going through, because with the commute and everything, I might not be having enough time to go through the reading the books. So instead of reading, I'm listening to that as a podcast.
Right.
So that is one way, like I'm making sure like different pointers or different aspects and keeping myself up to date.
So it's interesting that you mentioned about book, right? So let me ask you this. Can you name one book that comes to your mind that influenced you the most in the recent times?
Atomic Habits.
Beautiful book.
That
I love
that that
it.
was like again the way they wrote the book. It
Yeah,
is like again I read that book a couple of years ago, and when I was about to write my book, I got stuck what to write, how to write,
yeah, yeah,
do
yeah,
I can I even write? So I had gone through that Atomic Habits and a couple of other books, and I was like, okay, yes, it is up to us what we want to convey or how we want to convey. But
yeah.
the end-to-end contextual essence should be there.
Right,
So that's
right.
where like the Atomic Habits as a book helped me personally as such, and then of course from the writing perspective also. And
Yeah,
many times I share the different pointers in the form of LinkedIn posts or in my coaching conversations or even as a WhatsApp status or all these things directly or indirectly inspired from the Atomic Habits as a book.
right. Yeah, James Clear is a wonderful author, and it's one of my favorites. Um, and the way he speaks also is brilliant, and I completely, can relate how the book must have influenced you. Um, so, if I ask you one word that describes your journey after the traditional corporate thing, what would that word be?
Might not be a word, but a sentence. Make your own path.
Brilliant. I love that.
That was a quote from one of my T-shirt I purchased in US. So that was the thing. A photo I kept as in my WhatsApp DP for years. I changed it recently, but otherwise that was the DP I used to have, like make your own path written on the T-shirt. So it's just a simple statement, but that's what somewhere it struck me, and that's what I did. I never followed. Okay, yes, Sanjay is doing something, Santosh is doing something, Esther is doing something, or Vinay is doing something. No. Yes, we can take the inspiration, but we need to cook our own recipe. We need to create our own path. We will definitely take the inspiration from many folks, but it is our life. We need to build, we need to create our own path. That's what
Truly
I
inspiring.
believe in, and that's what even I mention to folks who reach out to me for either coaching or mentoring. They ask, Satish, this is where I am. What's
Mm,
next? Can you help me? I said, no. If you want help, I can't be a coach. I will be a mentor. But even
right.
as a mentor, I won't give you step one, step two, step three. I can help you analyze based on
Right.
your current context and your future goal. That's it.
Mm.
Things
Brilliant.
are
Your
changing in
truth plays on.
things are changing in the companies, right? In the world. So in our childhood, I mean, even now, some of my cousins are there where they joined the company and they're still with the same company.
Mm,
They're growing in their career, they're growing in their life. But now, with the Gen Z, with the AI, and with the other things, the roles are getting evolved. What's relevant yesterday might not be relevant today. So,
correct.
how can we define that? Okay, yes, next 5 years, next 10 years, next 15 years, or until my retirement, I'll be in this job or in this role in this company. No, that's where in one of the company interview, the HR asked me, where do you want to see yourself after 5 years? I like, if you let me be in the company for 5 years, or if I'm still with the company for 5 years, then this is where I want to be, or this is where I will be.
Right.
They got offended. They mentioned, hey, how can you say that? This is an interview. Yes, it's an interview, but that doesn't mean like I have to bluff something. You as a HR know what's happening, how things are evolving. I as
Right.
an individual know. So there is no need to sugarcoat or bluff anything as such. Of course, I got rejected, but that's not the reason.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, and I completely resonate with what you just said. And in fact, I wanted to ask you before we close. So I know the world is so uncertain, and there is so much of buzz around all these technical jargon, and also the warfare. The global complete atmosphere is changing every day. So, in I mean, coming from a space as a career coach, or even in a way of how you speak and cause a change for the latest generation, what are your suggestions to thrive in this ever changing, never ending space, to find your own footing in this journey of career or personal life? What would your words be?
I will remind about our childhood story, which we might have read in our school.
Mm,
Like there are three fish in a river,
yeah,
where like when the river is getting dried out in the summer, one of the fish realize even before that, and it gives a hint to the other
yeah,
two friends, hey, let's move out of this place. They will never listen, but the first one moved and go to the next river, whereas the second one just on time, the third one still stays there.
yeah,
That should be the need of the hour.
yeah,
We need to start
yeah,
analyzing what's the changes happening, how the world is changing. And now with Gen Z and everyone else coming, the company's policies, expectations are also changing. We can't just stick to 9 to 5 job, or we can't stick to that, okay, this is my role. I want to be just like this, or this is where I started my career. I will be
yeah,
just sticking to that itself. No, that's not how it is working. That is where many folks are struggling, and they're not ready to open up. They're not ready to reach out to help. That's another challenge.
yeah,
Whatever we do, we can just show some guidance or path. That's it. We can't make them go through that. Like as a saying, we can take the horse to the river, but we can't make it drink.
it's true.
Right? So that's where the continuous learning, my first point, yes, coming back to the closure, yes, all of us should be continuous learner, not just me.
Right. So brilliantly said. And like always, I'm sure the audience will agree with me that calming, soothing, inspiring words. I can talk hours like this with Satish, and so that's why I said like one episode is not enough. So I'm definitely going to call you when you have officially announced your new hat, in a different way, so you know what I'm talking about. But brilliantly answered, and I enjoyed thoroughly the entire conversation. So thank you so very much for coming on this podcast, Satish. It's so inspiring to have you as and I proudly call you as my friend, and you know that. Looking forward to collaborate and working with you in whatever venue that is available. So thank you so very much, Satish. Wish you all the very best. Wishing you sincerely for many, many more awards, rewards, not just that, but just the influence and the change that you are creating. I vote you. Thank you so much.
Once again,
Right?
thanks for having me and giving me this opportunity. Like it's like having opening up and having a conversation with a friend. That's it, right? After years, we are just opening and just having a casual chit chat with the friends. What's going
Right.
on? What is that we are doing? How we evolved as an individual? Yes, it's like thanks for making me feel comfortable. I know you are still, even as a podcast, you made me feel comfortable.
Thank you.
Thanks for that.
Thank you so much. It's always a pleasure to talk to you, Satish. And I really, I mean, I was waiting for this podcast for so many months, and you know that. So finally, it's going to go up live very soon. Thank you very much. Um, so, to our listeners, thank you for tuning in to the Trailblazers podcast. If you find this inspiring, interesting, please do share, subscribe, like, and spread the word. And I really hope you don't stop there, but you take the leap forward and you make brilliant things out of this. So, following what Satish said, make your own path, be a trailblazer. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you, Satish. Thank you so much.
Thank
Have a
you.
wonderful day. Thank you.